Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome, subscribe while you're here. Today I thought would be the perfect time to film my 2025 favorites basically. I love watching these videos, so why not make one myself? I know usually my content is more just vlogs and that sort of thing, but every now and again I do like to throw in a fashion makeup-y lifestyle sort of video, so that's what we're going to do today. I feel very fancy with this hoodie on because of the furry hood, but I feel like it's perfect for this time of year, and particularly for this video because it's very cold outside. So I'm splitting today's video into a few different sections basically. So I want to start with skincare, makeup, and then some fashion bits and pieces, maybe even a book or two. I need to remember what books I want to include. If you like this sort of content, please give the video a like. It would really help me and my channel, and yeah, subscribe if you're new. Also, I am aware I look like a floating head or a bit of an egg right now because of how high this neckline is, but I feel like if I zip it lower, it's just not, or maybe I should do this, I don't know. Anyway, I'm aware that this is a bit of a funny look, but it's keeping me warm. Okay, a couple of things just to point out first. I know there's like a massive, I was gonna say stain on the wall. It's not a stain, it's just missing a bit of paint, and it really shows when this light is on, so please just try to ignore that. And the fact that I've got like flyaways flying about everywhere, but it's about the products here, it's about the products. Right, so let's start with skincare first. Now, I've actually only started using these recently, but I do think they are good enough to put in today's video. So this is the Medicube Zero Pore pads, and usually I don't use things like this. I just personally didn't think they were gonna do anything. I was wrong. I've been using these for a couple of weeks now, and already I am seeing a massive difference. These have hyaluronic acid, panthenol, and other things I can't really pronounce, and I don't know what they are, but this is the little package. This comes with, I think, about 70 pads in for like £20. I don't know what that is in dollars, do your research. But I thought that was a really good price considering for how many you get in here as well. Now, this is what it looks like inside, just a whole bunch of pads basically soaked in good stuff for your skin. I'm the wrong person to ask when it comes to like actual skincare ingredients and stuff like that. I only know the things that break me out. Everything else, don't know, as long as it works. But I do know hyaluronic acid is meant to hydrate your skin, which is something that I have struggled with in the past. So it comes with a pair of tweezers in there as well, which I do actually use just because it feels quite fancy picking them out with tweezers. Obviously you don't need to use them, but I like the experience of it. Now, the clue is in the name, Zero Pore, basically to sort of eliminate the appearance of your pores. I can get quite textured skin, and I really wanted these to kind of reduce the appearance of that, and I do think it's been working, specifically on my nose and on my cheeks. I am wearing makeup right now, but what I will say as well is that my makeup is sitting so much better on my skin since I've been using these. And again, I think just because it's reducing the texture. Before, when I would wear makeup, if I looked really closely in the mirror, I would be able to see kind of my pores basically, and I didn't always like the look of that. It just felt like my makeup wasn't actually absorbing into my skin and making it look seamless, which is what I wanted. But since I've been using these, I've actually noticed a difference in that. I of course have to keep using these to see even more of a difference, but even in the short period of time I've been using them, my skin has not broken out. My skin feels much clearer, cleaner, and just a whole lot better really. So if you have quite textured skin, I would really recommend just giving these a go and seeing how it works for you. I've just realized I basically have my whole skincare routine here to show you. That's how you know they're good products, okay? And they're all basically the same color. Next one is my Vanicream cleanser. I've used this for about 2 years now and have not used anything else. I know this is quite easy to get in the US, so if you're based there, it'll be so easy for you to get this, hopefully. If you live elsewhere, like I do, then it's harder to get your hands on. But I found this on iHerb actually, and I'm so glad that I was able to find it because I really wanted to give it a go. This cleanser is free of fragrance, parabens, formaldehyde releases, fragrance, all the stuff that can potentially harm your skin in some way. Now, it's perfect for getting off your skincare, but also really good for getting off your makeup as well. Quite frankly, I can't be bothered to use more than one cleanser, so I just use the same one twice to get everything off. I just can't be bothered with all the cleansing balms. I've tried them. It's just messy. And I do consider myself quite low maintenance when it comes to taking my makeup off. So if there's one product that can do it, it's this. I really hope they never ever discontinue this, because it's just worked so well for my skin and keeps it hydrated even after I've washed my face. Next up is a moisturizer I've used a lot of over the past year, which is the Astura Barrier cream. I think that's just the name of it. And again, for dry and sensitive skin, you're going to sense a pattern here, because my skin can be sensitive and oh, it gets dry. It gets really dry. I love the texture of this so much. It's almost like, it is a cream, but almost like a gel cream, which is what I love the most about it. And I think that's what hydrates my skin the most. There are very, very few moisturizers that I have used that actually work and keep my skin hydrated all day long, and this is one that works. If you've got dry skin and you've been struggling to find a product that's actually going to keep your skin hydrated and moisturized throughout the whole day, try this one and let me know how you get on, because it's worked wonders for me. I believe this is a Korean brand, and you can buy this, I think, on Stylovana. That's where I got it from. So good. Then to pair with that, of course, is SPF. Never forget your SPF. This is another Korean brand, I think, and it's Skin 1004, and this is their Madagascar Centella Water Fit Sun Serum SPF 50. Again, has not broken me out at all. SPF can sometimes do that. This is so lightweight, feels like you've got nothing on. And in the past, SPF could sometimes quite like irritate my skin, and this one doesn't at all. And it sits really, really nicely under makeup. It almost just feels like you're putting on a serum or like a really, really thin moisturizer, but it's actually doing so much more for your skin. It's keeping it safe from the sun. And I also love the packaging of this as well. Like I said earlier, you can notice the pattern, right? Like everything is blue and white. But this is such a good moisturizer. I haven't seen enough people talking about it, but really go check it out. It is so good, and it's just so easy to put on. I get that SPF is another step in your skincare routine, but it's an important one not to skip. So I feel like if you can find a product that's going to make that easier for you, this would be the one. Okay, so that is skincare out the way. Next, I've only got one makeup product to show you, because I don't really wear very much makeup, to be honest. It literally took me about 2 minutes to put on what I've got now to speak to you. Like I said, low maintenance, can't really be bothered. But there is one product that has really kind of shone the most out of all the products I've tried this year, albeit not very many, but it's a highlight. I've been wanting to try it for a while, but for some reason I just didn't, but I'm glad I did. So this is my Tower 28 concealer. I think the exact name is like a serum concealer. This is like the best concealer I've used in my entire life. I've used quite a lot of concealers. I've used Maybelline, what else have I used? I've used all these other random concealers that basically just did not look good at all. I also love the packaging as well. It's just super sleek and pretty. Tower 28 is meant to be a really, really good brand, and I've used 2 products from them so far and I've loved everything. So I think I want to try their blushes next, but the amount of blush I have at the moment to get through, like me buying another one is just really, it doesn't make sense. But that is on my list. I mentioned dry skin. I could go on about this for about like 10 years. But in the past, when I've used concealers, it would really cling to dry spots on my face, and you could tell that I was wearing concealer, and that's not the look I was going for. I want it to be able to blend into my skin nicely. I want it to look like skin, kind of. With this one, that does the job. And I feel like you get quite a lot of product in here as well. But can I just say, this doesn't even feel like I'm wearing makeup. And again, that feeling is just like no other. I don't like feeling like I've got cakey makeup on. Even if I have lots on, I like it to feel thin. I don't like it to feel heavy. And this really just fits the bill. Like, it's just so good. I would say for any skin type, even if you've got dry skin or oily skin, I think this would look so nice on you. Even when I've had super dry skin, it's not actually clung to any dry spots, and there must be ingredients in this that keep your skin hydrated, hence it being a serum concealer. It does feel like you're putting skincare on, even though it's makeup, and the coverage is amazing, like amazing. I don't know what they market it as in terms of like coverage, but I'm just wearing it all over my face today, and I think it could personally, I think, pass as foundation. I much prefer to put concealer over my whole face than use foundation, just because I like the feeling of it on my skin more. But I love this concealer so much. I could talk about it all day. I feel like I am, but it really is just the best one I've ever used, and I've used a lot of different concealers. Like I said, only one makeup product. I have also enjoyed my Rhode lip tint, but I feel like everyone talks about that, and I want to try and keep it fresh and maybe a bit more exciting. Talk about things that maybe you've not heard of or used before. Right, next is more to do with body care, and it's a bit of a random one, and I spoke about it in my summer favorites video, but it's also reached the 2025 favorites too, which is my deodorant. And I don't know why I'm talking about this online, but you know what, it's really good, so I'm gonna tell you. The Wild deodorants are really good. They are really good. I was also skeptical, by the way, about using like natural deodorants, because there have been ones that I've used that are like literally so bad, like they don't do anything, but this works. It's literally brilliant. It lasts all day, even if you only put it on once in the morning. I'm sure you've heard of Wild before. They are pretty much everywhere, but with good reason. Like the scents they have, there's so many on their website. You could choose all these different cases. I think I got this one during Valentine's Day because it was just very sweet and I like the hearts. They have plain ones as well. Now, ignore how messy the case is. I don't look after it as much as I should. But as you can see, it's like a stick kind of cream formula, and it lasts all day. And it's just the best feeling, knowing you can go about your day. You can even go for a run. You can go to the gym with this and you will still smell good. So that's how I can tell you that this definitely works. I think I've used Wild deodorants for about 2 years now, and I've not gone back because it just works every single time. What I will say is that it can leave white marks on your clothes because it's like a cream, but it does come off very easily. I actually wanted to talk about one book that I've actually read again recently, and it's made my 2025 list. I feel like I found all my favorites towards the end of this year. I don't have the book with me right now, but I will let you know what it is. The Irresistible Urge to Fall in Love with Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley, I think is the author's name. Now, if you don't like fantasy or romance, maybe skip on through the rest of the video because this might not be your thing. But if you are into romantasy, this is for you. Particularly if you like the ACOTAR series, all these other kind of famous fantasy books. This book is the one to try. I typically am not into like fantasy unless it's got a realistic enough kind of aspect to the book. And with this one, I feel like it was a real treat for me because it was like realistic-ish, but also fantasy as well. I just loved that. I don't want to give too much away about the story, but all I'm going to say is check it out. It was just one of the best books I've actually ever read, and I'm so excited because there is a second one coming out next year because it's like a duology series, so I am so excited for that to come out. It's basically about this woman who's like a healer, and she is meant to start healing or treating this man who, I can't actually remember what like his job was or what he did, which isn't very helpful because it's like when it's fantasy I can never remember kind of like what their jobs are, but anyway, she was a healer. She was meant to treat him. She was hesitant to do it and he wasn't so sure either, but he was desperate. It's basically them on their journey to heal him, and it is such a good book. It's more interesting than like what I'm telling you, but just go check it out if you like fantasy. Okay, and in terms of fashion, one brand I have to share with you. You might already know it, but it's what I'm wearing right now, which is South Street. Can you even see that? I don't know. Anyway, if you like streetwear, this is like so the brand for you. Go check it out. It is slightly more luxury, but I have to tell you, it is so worth it. The quality is really unmatched. I've not bought from a brand before with quality as good as this. Their designs are so cool, especially like what I'm wearing now. I really love this hood. Like I've not seen anything like that before. Everything is made so well. I believe it is unisex as well. And even like with the small details as well, you've got like the star zip. It's just all very cool. So if you've been looking to find a new brand, particularly with streetwear, check out South Street. It's really good. I feel like I'm about to be super unhelpful by telling you or showing you these and not being able to tell you what the name of them are, but I'm going to show you the shoes anyway. These trainers I've been wearing non-stop and I am obsessed with them. So these are a pair of Nike trainers, or Nike, depending on how you want to say it. I just love the colorway of these. I love the brown, I love the silver. I just feel like it's a really nice color combination. Now, I don't know the names of them. You might, and I hope you do because I'm not being helpful right now. But I just wanted to show you them anyway, in case you wanted to take a screenshot. I actually saw them on Pinterest originally, and then they were out of stock everywhere in this particular colorway, and then I finally found them and bought them because I had my eye on them for a bit too long. I wear them all the time. They're so comfortable and they look good. I think these would also be great for the gym as well. I wear them more just for like day-to-day use, but as a gym trainer, I think these would be like really comfortable and great as well. I'm just loving these sorts of trainers at the moment. I know that New Balance do very similar ones as well, so lots of options for you. I feel like these go with literally everything, and that's what I love about them. Okay, that is the end of my 2025 favorites video. I hope you found a recommendation in this video and you're going to try maybe 1 or 2 of these things out for yourself. If you have any really amazing favorites, let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. I always like finding out new products or books to read as well, so do let me know as always. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and like I said, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.